Howdy, y'all. The next book we're going to read right here, Golden Sun. Very excited for it. The first one was great. Yeah, excited to jump in and get going. Here we go.
Okay, I am on about chapter 11 now. It is Sunday, and so just jumping in. The book starts with Darrow. He is out in some sort of space combat with several other people. It doesn't talk a lot about them, but it's kind of him and Karnas, who is Cassius Bellona's older brother, and Karnas is a beast of a man. Darrow's like his whole crew is and Roke is there, but they're pretty sure that like they've won the battle and they've crushed Karnas. And then out of nowhere, kind of hiding in this asteroid, the ship that they thought they blew up a few days ago reappears, and Karnas like drives the ship directly through Darrow's main ship and destroys it. And they can't get out of the way fast enough. It's like a huge, hulking ship, and anyway, Karnas ends up beating Darrow in this the event. It's been 2 or 3 years at this point, and anyway, Darrow's back. He goes in like a garden after he takes second in this competition, and there's like 7 Bellonas that show up with Karnas in the lead, and they just beat the hell out of Darrow and like shave his head and like just they don't kill him because he's under the employ of he's like under the arch governor, and so they don't want to just kill like you know this top peerless scar that he's recruited, but they beat him to an inch of his life and leave him. A couple months later, he's back with the arch governor and Pliny, who is like the arch governor's counsel. It seems like his main confidant. And Pliny, it appears that Pliny's been gunning for Darrow. He has a different succession plan, we learn, and Darrow hasn't been paying any attention to that. And he needs to be. Pliny seems like he's going to be a force, but they tell him like, "Hey, we're not keeping you. We're not, you're not going to be working for the arch governor. We're letting you go. We're putting you out into market." And Darrow is angry at this information, and he's also kind of nervous because the Bellonas are clearly after them, and the only thing that's kind of keeping them at bay has been the arch governor's support or like being under his banner. So he anyway, he leaves. Victra tells him like, "Hey, you can either get picked up. You don't know if you're going to get bought by someone who's working for the Bellonas, just so they can pick you up and take care of you, or you can go meet this guy." And so he eventually decides like, "Yeah, I'll go with you." So she sets it up. They're in the Citadel where he is supposedly safe. Inside the Citadel, they're not allowed to like kill other Golden. But anyway, it's on. It's in between Earth. It's either I think it's the moon. Is it on the moon? So not a lot of gravity, but they build huge like towers, and so they go down into the underbelly of like the city, and he meets the Jackal from the first book, and the Jackal is still there. He doesn't have his hand, and he's kind of out of his father's graces as well. He tells Darrow that Pliny has been trying to replace both of them to put a new successor that he's chosen under the arch governor. But it seems like smartly the Jackal has been buying and he's started to acquire media networks, and he's been the one that's kind of rebroadcasting the Sons of Ares attacks. And he has a plan to undermine Pliny by telling his father that like he'll take care of all the attack, like he'll clean up the Sons of Ares because they're starting to make more, they're starting to do more attacks and things. Um, Darrow decides to say that he'll join him. He says he wants Severo and his Howlers back. They come to an agreement, and just as they do that, the Sons of Ares infiltrate the building, and Evie, who was there with um, Mickey, the carver, who originally changed Darrow into a gold. Anyway, she takes Darrow with him, and Darrow realizes that she's planted a bomb, and it's there, and she's planning on trying to kill the Jackal. And anyway, he sprints back down. He saves the jackal from being blown up by this bomb. But then the Sons of Ares take Darrow and they have a conversation. He learns that Dancer is dead, and he is there with Harmony. So Harmony's now in charge of at least this group of the Sons of Ares, and she has Mickey like as kind of a slave because he was making slaves and changing people for. Anyway, Mickey's there, Evie's there, Harmony's there. Harmony refuses to let Darrow meet Ares. She's never met Ares or seen who Ares is. She's only seen him like when he gave her the first gun, but he had a helmet on. Anyway, she shows them the Sons of Ares plan, and it's to blow up. I don't remember how many exact locations they show across like the galaxy. I think there's like 400 areas that they have bombs planted, and they've been trying. They've already exploded, blew up a few different areas. And then Darrow's like, no, you're looking at the small picture. This is not how we change things long term, which I 100% agree with Darrow at this point. But then she shows him the original film of his wife dying without the one that they've been playing and he's seen thousands of times, and he's seen like graffiti of his wife being drawn and things. But he realizes that when she whispers to her sister Dio that she was pregnant when she died. And so not only did Darrow lose his wife, but he also lost their son or daughter that they were going to have. After learning that, he becomes much more like entrenched and reminded of where he's come from and what he's doing as a gold. Um, anyway, that's pretty much where I'm at now. They're having like this grand. They're bringing a lot of the powerful golden people together. It's some sort of large event that only happens once every roughly 10 years, they say. But the Sons of Ares are giving Darrow a bomb, and he's supposed to go in and detonate it and kill as many like high level golden people as he can. So that's where I'm at. I purposely stopped reading right before that just because I'm now excited to see what happens. And I felt like this was a good kind of first, third stopping point. But I think something is going to happen before that so that he doesn't go in and have to detonate the bomb. Like some other coup is going to transpire that's going to get him out of that somehow. And he also realizes that like the Reds, he thought they had this larger master plan, and he's realizing that they don't really. And I think he's disappointed in that knowledge. And he saves Roke, like he purposely saves Roke. He goes and like sedates him so that he's not going to be in the area of where the explosion will be, which I like because I really like Roke's character. He is one of my favorites. So Tuesday morning on the Garage, Golden Sun. We are through chapter 18. Let me just say, chapter 12 is insane. Okay, it didn't really go down the way I thought. It was way better. Darrow does not choose to use the bomb. Instead, he decides to try to do what he can to incite like civil war between the Augustas and the Bologna family. He jumps up on the table, calling them out, noting his past injustices. He feels that he's been left for dead multiple times. And it gets everyone just blood a boiling between the two. So good. I freaking loved it. Anyway, they more or less choose champions, the Bolognas and the Augustus family, and the Arch Governor gives him his blessing as his champion. And we didn't know at this time, but he starts fighting Cassius, and Cassius is bringing it pretty good. And then he tells Cassius like, "Hey, I've been training in the Willow Way, or with Lorne." And Cassius like can't believe it. He's so taken back by that news because he's the greatest, like one of the greatest swordsmen, more or less, with the razor that's ever lived, and he stopped taking students. But Darrow secretly has been training with him, and that whole chapter is so good. Oh, I loved it. Anyway, after that, he the knight, or one of the Severo's dad, comes down with his legion. They take him back up to see the sovereign. He agrees to go. He plays like a Gom Jabbar game with her, if you're familiar with Dune. He has to answer a bunch of questions. It's like a polygraph Gom Jabbar game where he has to tell the truth or he dies or she dies. And anyway, he ends up kind of beating her at that. And she's, overall, I would say, very impressed with him. He breaks out of there with the help of some of his friends. Mustang and Severo and the Howlers show up. They go down. They're trying to save a bunch of the Augustus family. And they run across Aja, who's like the killing machine of the Sovereign. And the Sovereign kind of, right at the end of the chapter, kind of speaks through her and says, like, this is your one chance. I can hunt you. I will destroy planets to get you. But he takes Lysander, who is the Sovereign's grandson. Anyway, that's where I'm at through chapter 18. Like, chapter 12 is incredible. Really enjoyed that. 12 through like 14, all super cool. Anyway, good morning. Happy Tuesday.
All right, it's Tuesday. We just got to Act 4, so we're about to chapter 40. The book has been very good. It's taken me a little longer than normal. I've been distracted with some other projects and things. Trying to throw up some bookshelves in my office as well. But it seems like they're trying to go get Augustus. It seems like he's just dealt with Pliny's kind of treason. And Ragnar is dude, the Obsidian Stain seemed like such cool characters, and the fact that Darrow just told him the truth, pretty cool. Chapter up to 1 through 3 have been great. I've really enjoyed them. I'm excited for this next chapter. I'm nervous a little bit about Roke. He still feels like emotionally guarded, so I'm excited to see how that plays out. But yeah, I just wanted to do a quick check-in. Tuesday, today is Wednesday. So I am just heading into work, but just wanted to make a quick update. Oof. I just finished Rising Sun while I'm sanding shelves in the garage. I don't know what to say, man. Everybody died. Freaking Ares is gone. Ares is gone. Who else is gone? Everybody. Augustus. The dude, the king arch governor is dead. Lauren is dead. Ares is dead. Cassius and Rogue have him. Man, I don't know what he's gonna do. He's got Severo, and he's got Mustang and Ragnar. Those are his hopes. So we'll see. We will see. Anyway, Golden Sun, the book 2 of the Red Rising trilogy. I finished it. It's probably been a week. I got distracted with working on some bookshelves that I want to put in my office, so I haven't quickly filmed this video at the conclusion. The end of it, though, all of his folks die, man. Lauren dies. Filchner, Ares dies. Augustus is killed by the Jackal. His son kills father, and Darrow is taken by Cassius and Roke and the Jackal, and he's in a bad spot. He's in a really bad spot. Kind of a brutal ending. Roke's betrayal, and you could feel it festering. There was a lot of I don't know. I feel like pent up frustration from Roke after he felt like he was betrayed by Darrow, and Darrow he should have mended it quicker. He talks about, I still need to talk to Roke, or I need to mend this fence with Roke, and he never got around to it. And anyway, Roke, I've always liked him. I still think I'm sure he's deeply conflicted with the choices that he's recently made. Because he is he's the poet. He's a caring, well thought out person, and
anyway, I'm excited to see where his character kind of goes from here. The Jackal, Victoria Mustang told him the whole time, don't trust my brother. You can't trust the Jackal. And now you can really see why she probably turned him in, why she brought him to Darrow in the first book, because I'm sure he's just a bastard, a person that cannot be trusted whatsoever. And anyway, the Jackal, I'm assuming that he'll take over as the Arch Governor of Mars in his father's kind of place, especially because he's supporting the Sovereign at this point. And I'm sure she wants to kind of shore up that foothold on Mars. But the end of anyway, in general, Golden Sun, I'd give it like a four and a half stars probably overall. Both for my enjoyment would be a 5. Ideas, I would probably give it a 4, so I'll kind of average it. But I really enjoyed it. I love how fast his writing moves. I love that he doesn't get like mired down with too much detail. And I would love to. You could add another 100 pages maybe of like, for me personally, maybe more of just a little more explanation on the worlds, the way that the society works, things like that. Or maybe not 100 pages, maybe 30 pages. But I enjoy the system behind it. I enjoy learning like the hierarchy. And that's been one of my, not my main complaint, but one of the things that I would like more of, because I feel like it's unique and interesting. I like the color system that he has going on. Lauren Arcos is awesome. He's an incredible character. I always gravitate towards like the Gandalf character, the older brother feeling, the old the mentor sage. I love that character generally. And he's cool. He's a warrior who understands, death begets death begets death. And he's seen it. He's seen it many, many times. And he's part of this new war again, which he does not want to be. And he's a grandfather. He just wants to spend time with his children and doing things that he enjoys. And he doesn't get the opportunity to. Darrow's brought him back in. I don't know. If you haven't read it, it's great. It's an incredible book. I very much enjoyed it. That 12th chapter where he's positioned between either blowing up and trying to just kind of more of a terrorist action, and he believes that Dancer is dead and Harmony is in control of the Sons of Ares, or he knows that there's an Ares, but at that point in the book he doesn't know who Ares is. And even the reveal of Filchner, I can't remember what his name is. I don't have the book with me off the top of my head. But Sevro's father, when we learn that Sevro's father is Ares, that whole kind of scene there, man, I should have seen it coming. I don't think I did really, though. I knew he's a proctor of Mars, and he'd worked his way up. And anyway, Sevro's dad's a very cool character, and Sevro just kind of makes him seem like he's, I don't know. Severo, it doesn't really seem like he likes it. Maybe we haven't really learned the extent of Severo either hiding it or understanding who his father was in Golden Sun. But yeah, he's a super cool character too, Filchner. I really like him. He's the one that's been his wife. He was married to a red, so Severo is like half red, half gold. And when Darrow tells him the truth that he's a red, like that, and Darrow just sobs and sobs. Severo's there. Severo's like his best friend, Howler number 2. And yeah, Severo's great. Ragnar, he's straight up with Ragnar too. And Ragnar, I wonder what he believes. We don't get a ton of dialogue out of Ragnar. Because he's just this giant, He's been brought up in the old ways. He was taught that the golds were gods, and anyway, the more that I talk about it, I really, really enjoy it. I enjoy the world. I enjoy the characters. Golden Sun, 4.5 stars. It was great. I would love to. My buddy told me I've actually started Morning Star, so I kind of know what's happened a little bit. I haven't finished that one yet, but I've made some progress. But my buddy from work, Jake, told me to listen to the full cast dramatized audiobook. And so I've been doing that in conjunction with reading the book. Just reading like the physical version or whatever. I got it here. This is the 3rd one in the series. But It's been like, it almost feels more like watching an anime in my mind, but I can't tell if it's like been good or if I've missed just the same narrator throughout the whole series so that I'm not biased, but regardless, that's where I'm at, and I've enjoyed the whole process. So Golden Sun, big recommendation. It's been great. But anyway, just wrapping things up here.